Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are watching us from.
Let's fight.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching us from. My name is Jude Eremiokhale from the Global Coordination for Security and Democracy in Nigeria. We are here to present a program to you on eyes of corruption, the Nigerian situation, and you just sit back and relax, like us, watch us, and share as we are streaming on multiple social media platforms, including YouTube, Facebook, and of course, other.
Please share this video. Share this video. Wakoyo. A plantain now. Don't 1.5 seed of plantains now 1.5. Share this video. Make United Nations here. You say waiting. And they go Ghana right Ghana. Yes, and Nigeria want to relocate to Ghana. I will go secure one land there first. Share this video. United Nations come to our rescue. 5 seed of plantain is now 1.5. Pure water is now 20 naira. Egg now, you know the fee buy again because the fowl, UCS operation they burn the egg. Share this video. Call your door by there.
Hello, good day. My name is Jude Eremiokhale, Jude Eremiokhale specifically. I'm here under the auspices of Global Coordination for Security and Democracy in Nigeria. And I'm presenting to you the program today, Eyes on Corruption, where we x-ray corruption-related issues and circumstances that affect our nation, that prevents our nation from going like the way of other world powers and, of course, greater nations in the world. I encourage you to share the videos, watch on YouTube and all other social media platforms. And we shall be discussing issues that borders on our collective good. And I implore you to please be there for us. Thank you, and just listen to me.
Register to vote and collect your PVC now. Affliction shall not rise a second time.
That is why we members of Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, GCSDN, is calling on all Nigerians, irrespective of tribe, religion, and political affiliation, to embrace our new formula known as 23 unto 23, which means you must encourage 23 persons to register for their voters card. Then the 23 persons should get another 23 persons to register too for their PVC. If 23 is multiplied by 23, we shall arrive at 529 voters card. If 189,035 of us do this, we shall have 100 million voters ready gidigba for the 2023 elections. By December 2023, GCSDN shall organize a global online election where we shall all choose the presidential candidate to support in the 2023 elections. We must elect a patriotic and visionary servant, a servant that will put our country and our citizens' rights above his or her personal interests. Oya, let the journey begin.
This message is powered by Prince Ewemade Concourse, PROGCSTN.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are beginning the show with an intro on corruption. The eye on corruption is the topic for today. Eye on corruption, the Nigerian situation. Corruption, according to the release by Transparency International, is simply the use of power to achieve personal and selfish interests. Of what that is to say, power entrusted to you is used for private gains at the detriment of the society. There are a lot of things corruption can do to the psyche of a people and, of course, of persons. Corruption erodes trust, weakens democracy, hampers economic development, and, of course, widens the gap between the rich and the poor, thereby entrenching poverty in the land, bringing about very uncomfortable social division and environmental crisis. Exposing corruption is something that all hands must be on deck to do. That's the only way the nation can move forward. Holding people accountable can only happen if everyone understands that corruption is a very bad thing to the nation, and we understand that the way corruption works and how it enables a system that brings about underdevelopment. Corruption is Nigeria's greatest challenge, as a matter of fact, because it prevents the nation from attaining the desired greatness in spite of the enormous natural and human endowments we are blessed with. To talk on the issue of corruption, I want to invite somebody who is online right now, Mr. Paul Opoloek. Please, you're welcome to the program.
Very good evening by my time here in Italy.
Oh, thank you. You're joining us from Italy. That's good. So yeah, we are here talking about corruption, and we're trying to look at corruption in the Nigerian situation, and also as time goes on, we'll be extracting people who have benefited in corruption and are not ready to do anything about it to safeguard the interests of the masses and make sure corruption is wiped out of their land. So what do you have to say about corruption? How do you see the political situation in Nigeria vis-a-vis corruption, how it is affecting our people?
Yes, corruption is now in every nook and cranny in our system. Every nook and cranny in Nigeria, you can find corruption. Every office you step in Nigeria, you can find corruption. Even inside even major family, let me say from homes, major family, you can find corruption. Even the most holy place, churches, you can find corruption in churches now. Just imagine where I base here in Italy now. Some African pastors, they will try to provide you a job. That job, after paying tithe to their church, they will also be collecting percentage from you because they gave you a job. Is that not a huge corruption? Things like that. Africa brothers, look at what they are doing. Very bad. Don't enforce any good thing. So, on my opinion, we should all try as much as possible to try to kill the corruption. In any sector we are, we try to kill the corruption there so that it will not escalate to other parts. We should try as most our best, our possible best, to try and make sure that what we are doing is good, because they say cleanliness is godliness. We should try to make sure we make everything clean so that the corruption will not escalate. And due to another, let me divert to another topic. Due to all this corruption, many people they are not even ready to register for the voters card we are talking about. They are not ready because why? They will say, if you register for voters card, there is no need. Who will win? We win the election. There is no need of voting. Some will even manage to register. They will not even go and collect their PVC, which is very bad. Things like that. So they are looking for one or two ways that if the candidates are going to start giving out money, then they will now present their voters card at they registered for the election. From there, they will collect some things before they will say they are ready for the election.
Anyway, thank you very much for that comment. Thank you very much for that comment.
Thank you.
You have just said corruption is everywhere, both in the homes, in the churches, in government offices, and what we need to do as individuals is to begin to reorientate our minds and ensure that we do the right thing. But doing the right thing comes with a cost. Going by the Nigerian situation, of course, and that is why all hands must be on deck, because the few people that are working against corruption are in the minority, and the majority wants to survive by all means, and they keep on with the status quo. I will just quickly play a little video on how corruption affects us. We'll just have to look at that a little bit and see.
What is corruption? To us, it's simple. Corruption is the abuse of entrusted power for private gain. Whether it's paying a bribe to access public services like healthcare and education, or whether it's money laundering schemes involving billions in dirty money, what's important is how corruption affects you, and the cost of corruption can be enormous. Corruption can cost you your livelihood, your rights, your health, your freedom, and sometimes even your life. It erodes democratic freedoms, rule of law, and trust in government. Corruption also reduces your chances for a healthy environment and sustainable future. When money meant to tackle the climate crisis is stolen, that's your future being taken from you. When money meant to improve your local schools, hospitals, and roads is snatched away, opportunities for a better life are lost with it. When money meant to improve your government and the rule of law is stolen, so too is your chance for a more just and secure future. Every year we lose billions to corruption, billions that were supposed to improve all of our lives, our opportunities, and our communities. At times, the scale of the problem can seem overwhelming, but corruption is not inevitable. Together, we have the power to stop corruption. Join us.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me? Sorry.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, okay. From that short video we just watched, you can see that corruption does a lot of negative things to people. Corruption also aids in underdevelopment. It prevents the nation and the people from accessing so many good opportunities. You know, I want to there was a study by one Professor Uyi Akpata. He is a country and regional senior partner with Pricewaterhouse PW, with Pricewaterhouse. That's an international accounting firm. They presented a report to the Vice President, Professor Eremiokhale, at the presidential villa in Abuja sometime in 2017. And he said that it, from the report finding, it was believed that corruption is the major problem of the country and needs to be tackled. You know, and the report centered on ways in which corruption can impact the Nigerian economy over time. And they used 5 steps, in estimating what corruption can do to the nation. And one of such steps was to examine over 30 studies, to understand the way corruption affects GDP in Nigeria. The second step was to examine the impact of corruption on economic growth using the IMF study. And the third part of the step was using the Transparency International's Corruption Perception Index. And the fourth part of that study was to show that there could be lower level of corruption in Nigeria if the right thing is done and something very good can be achieved. And the fifth part of that was to calculate the impact of corruption on economic growth and output for various reasons. Professor Akpata stated that the results of the study shows that corruption in Nigeria could cost up to 37% of GDP by 2030 if the right thing is not done with immediate effect. That was his words. He also stated that the cost is equated to about $1,000 per person as at 2014, and as at 2030, it is going to be up to $2,000 per person as the cost, to the GDP on corruption, which is humongous. Okay. Now, it listed 3 dynamic effects of corruption to include lower level of governance effectiveness, weak investment and foreign direct investment, especially, explaining that it is hard to predict and do business with a corrupt country under a corrupt circumstance. For example, who is an investor that will want to throw money into a corrupt system? Nobody. He also listed that it results to low human capital as fewer people, especially in those below the poverty line, will be unable to access services like healthcare, education, and better standard of living. So it is really mind-blowing to see that these things are happening and the government appears to be doing something, but in real life, nothing is being done to affect the level of corruption in the society, at least to reduce it to the barest minimum that can engender good developmental strides in the country. It is appalling, and it is now that the election is coming, politicians are throwing money, to the citizens who are even the victim of the system. These politicians are the beneficiaries of this unholy and corrupt system. Yet they are not doing anything to ensure the system is put on the right direction. And the most painful thing is that the citizens, those below the poverty line and the rest, are the victim of the system, and most of them have refused to change the status quo by making the ultimate sacrifice to say no. Let us do what is right. If a politician comes with money to want to earn your vote, the right thing to do is you can even collect the money and do the right thing. In that way, no politician will want to throw money for election to gain power at all costs, because they will know that even if you throw the money around, nobody is going to vote for you. They will still vote their conscience based on what is right. Okay. And that is what I expect every Nigerian to take up and do. There was a case in point I want to refer to about the corruption in high and low places is in contracts. When contracts are issued to people, the politicians take kickbacks and kickfronts and all kind of stuff, so that the ultimate executor of the contract will do the contract with whatever amount that is at his or her disposal. And at the end of it, shady jobs are done, and the people suffer from bad roads, leading to loss of life through accidents, through all kinds of things. If you're using a vehicle, you have to be bearing the cost of repairs and damages arising from potholes and unmotorable roads. It is so appalling, and that is why we in the Global Coordination for Security and Democracy in Nigeria are stepping up to ensure that we play our part, just like every other concerned citizen should be, to ensure that the right thing is done in our nation, and those that are holding to political power without actually being the true servants of the people will be put to shame. I just want to play another video on the contract scam. I call it the contract scam, a contract that was supposed to be executed by a House of Representative member in somewhere in Edo State, in Akoko Edo. A concerned citizen who felt very bitter took up the situation, and it recorded it on video, and it went viral, and the government to some extent was able to look into that very situation. I will just play the video right away and see where we are. In the interim, let's see if they have some comments coming up. Anyway, I'm going to play the video. Just let's watch that video together, and we'll have a look at that. Let's see. Just bear with me quickly. I'll get the video up and running in a second. Okay, upload the video. Yeah, just 1 second. The video will be up and running. Okay, I want you to have a look at this and tell me what you feel about this. It's so appalling that politicians. The video. Actually, the video could not really play as expected. But let me.
On behalf of the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, Frederick Oderige, we are here at Arodo Village, Moru local government of Kwara State. We are here with the geosurveyor to come and commence a scientific investigation on the soil. We all know that this project is long overdue. We all saw the video that went viral by the NSU, and this place is you can see the source where they got their water is very horrible. So with this, we need your support, and I hope this project will be very successful. And you could see these are the NSU members that we came together. My name is Buhari Olariwaju Ahmed.
I am Fatima Diko. Abdurrahman Maigu Sorosuke Moro.
Thank you.
All right, that's one of our projects that are underway, and we will need support from every well-meaning Nigerian to see it to completion. If you're watching us on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube channels, please like, share, and of course, invite your friends. This program will be running here every Thursday at 7 p.m. Nigerian time, and there are other programs running on a daily basis. So watch out, like and share, and hook up to GCSDN. Even you can check out our website for more of our programs and all what we do from time to time. So, Mr. Paul, what do you have to say concerning abandoned projects projects that are done with substandard materials, which even before the completion of the project, the projects begin to collapse. What do you have to say about that?
Well, thank you very much. Since the history of the country Nigeria, a country that have been like that, if any governor, senator, minister, president, what have you, are in position, they can never finish any project, because if they should finish that project, there will be no way for them to siphon or embezzle any money, because all what they do is misappropriation of fund. That is what they know how to do. They are professor of misappropriation of fund. They know what to do at the right time. Look at how many years now. East West Road have been on construction for how many years? Benin Abuja Auchi Road have been on construction for the past 30 years. Up to today, no completion. There are many projects like that. Since for the past how many years? Since 20 years, they have been constructing railway in Nigeria. Up to now, no completion. Up to today, for the past 25 years now, they have been constructing railway. They will tell you government is a continual process. Anytime you ask them why they did not complete that project, they will tell you government is a continual process. That will be their response. Look at what happened in another place in Akoko Edo. They will, even if they want to even carry out any project, they will use some standard material to complete the project. Before they will even finish their tenure, they will find out that everything will dilapidated within a twinkle of an eye, which it doesn't offer us any good thing. We don't know where to go, because the way they are turning everything to, they are not ready to help matters. Imagine a senator was trying to let them control how so that their children they can resume school. Up to today, ASU have been on strike in Nigeria. ASU, they are on strike in Nigeria for the past how many weeks now? They are on strike. A senator tried to raise the motion in the floor, the assembly. They just sweep the motion to carpet, under the carpet. Imagine such thing.
It's
So
really
they
appalling.
know what they are doing.
It's
They
really
are all
appalling. The response.
they are very much active in misappropriation of fund. That's what they know how to do, because they are there to collect what they want to collect and feed their family. That
Yeah,
what they are not ready to help any matter,
yeah.
because they are not.
It's
That is why many people are not ready to cast their vote for anybody. I have somebody. You said that they have been voting in Nigeria. He will know. He said he can never vote for anybody.
But that's
That
not the right.
no,
That's not the right way to go. If
I
nobody
try.
votes, you just empower them to keep doing what they are doing. Anyway,
I
you
try
mentioned
to
about
enlighten
the
them.
Akoko Edo. You mentioned about the contract in Akoko Edo. I just want to bring to your notice that that young man, Paul Alabi, that raised that alarm on that substandard road, I can confidently report to you today, that road got the attention of the powers that be because somebody raised the question and was really mad about it and spread it on social media and all that. I can confidently tell you today now the road is undergoing some attention. It's actually getting some attention, and I'll show you just a video for you to see that. That is why we must all be able to speak when things are going wrong, because if we don't speak, nobody will hear us. This is the picture of that road you just talked about, and I'm happy to let you know that that road is being fixed. That is the road as at this moment I'm talking to you now. So that is why we must keep doing what we are doing, keep speaking out, keep taking action, keep organizing. Somehow, someday, somebody will listen. Okay, that is the what I'm going to let people have. That wherever you go, let people know that it doesn't matter whatever everybody is doing, keep on doing what is right. Sometimes, somehow, the attention of the powers that be will 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 be received. It doesn't matter how long it takes, but not doing anything and allowing the system to continue is what is not right.
Yeah.
And on that note, I thank you very much, Mr. Paul, for reaching
Thank
us
you. It was
from
a pleasure.
Italy. And I hope you'll be able to join us in subsequent programs and
Absolutely.
times, and invite your friends and colleagues to always hook up to GCSDN programs wherever we are online. I'll share the site again. This is GCSDN Twitter handle and as well as YouTube. Thank you very much, Paul, for coming up, and
It's my pleasure.
I
Thank
do
you.
hope you guys will join us in subsequent times.
Thank you.
I'll be your regular host, Jude Eremiokhale. I am your host on the program, Eye on Corruption, the Nigerian Situation. This is a program where we x-ray corrupt practices in Nigeria and name and shame any corrupt public officer that is known. In subsequent times, we'll be naming and shaming people so that corruption will be eradicated in our land. Thank you very much for coming,
Thank
and
you.
I wish you, I really appreciate your coming in here. And
Thank you.
on that note, I will be concluding the program. Today is just a 30 minutes program. Uh, I wish you good luck in everything, in every endeavor of yours, and
Thank you.
reach out to us with comments, suggestions, and whatever you see. If you have anything that is going on anywhere you see, speak out and let us know. We'll air it in all our programs, and surely they will receive attention. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I hope to see you again in the near future as we do our programs. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I'm completing my segment on this show. And once again, my name is Jude Eremiokhale, and I thank you all for coming. Thank you and have a good time.